here with a fat dude and Mr. Blobby.
Lamo.
Alright, I need to check if it's actually fucking recording. I swear down, Twitch better be fucking working here or else I'm gonna stab someone in the cheek.
I do, because I just got an ad for Unfriended 2. Fuck.
Oh god.
Unfriended, yeah. On Friday, they got a call from a random person.
Oh no.
Their computers ended up being haunted.
Oh no.
Unfriended. Wait, did I say unfriended dank web? Please, no.
Did you just say dank web?
That's what it sounded like.
Dank. Hey, it's working, 1 sec.
It's delayed like fuck, though.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, it's working. Alright, shit, yep, I can hear myself.
Oh.
Alright, yep, it's working, that's good. That's very good. Alright, so... Alright, let's get started.
Let's get started.
What's up, guys? FoozyTube here.
Oh god, shut the fuck up, Trongo.
FoozyTube.
FoozyTube here.
movie.
Unfriended 2 for the win.
You just gonna lie.
Alright. For fuck's sake, I dropped the e-cig again. Trongo, stop. Trongo, stop. Stop, Trongo. Alright.
Total view.
Shall we start? Shall we introduce ourselves and shit?
You go first.
Alright, so welcome to the Political Podcasts. So welcome to Political Pissants podcast. There is me, which is Scissors. We've got Drongo, who is the biggest fucking moron ever. Would you like to introduce yourself? Yeah, like I said, he's the biggest retard ever. And we have got, we'd just call him Blobby.
Hello, I'm Blobby. I have type 2 diabetes and I sit on my wife every night.
Drongo, if you do not move your head away from that mic anytime soon, I swear down, I'm going to come all the way down to London just to beat your ass.
London. I live in Luton, you monk.
Luton, then. You
Don't
just told
you know
everyone on
that?
stream, you fucking cockwomble.
Well, that sounds like communist propaganda, but okay.
Oh, I'm going to sort out a deck wizard. What the fuck is this shit?
Just auto-complete that. It's actually so gay.
Create a new deck.
Create a new deck.
Confirm. Okay. Autocomplete. Done. Yeah. Boy.
Yeah, bro, totally 50 total views? No way.
Oh my god. Alright, so, you two have obviously heard of Mr. Batman since we were talking about him earlier.
Oh, what a great guy he is.
Does
You
anyone
mean God himself?
want to explain who he is on stream?
I think you should.
Alright. No, I think Drongo should. He knows him best.
Alright, Rongo, explain.
Well, you see, yeah, there's many dark things in this world, you know, but then there's always that grasp of hope, that light, that savior. Yeah, and we refer to this savior as Mr. Batman. You know?
You don't need
Mr.
to.
Batman
You don't need to ear rape the mic each time you say his name.
When you talk about it.
I am Mr. Batman.
It's so bad because every time he ear rapes, all of a sudden, just his voice disappears afterwards.
Well, Mr. Batman is the kind of guy who believes that he speaks the truth, you know, God's words.
He does, what are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. The one who speaks the truth speaks God's words. Is God's messenger to the people. He speaks with apologists and communists.
He also like straight pride.
Communist propaganda, but okay.
Yeah, he literally
yeah.
has a shirt. He literally has a shirt saying "Straight Pride."
Because that's a normal thing to have.
Yeah, it's absolutely normal.
I think it's disgusting that people try to defend him after he drugged his wife with Neurogens, you know?
No.
I think that to do such a thing is absolutely horrendous. Especially when you have cancer.
What are you talking about? He was doing God's work. He is walking God's plan right now.
Yeah.
Like, can you really blame him?
Speaking of God's plan, anyone like FizzTube?
No, this is for just explain who Mr.
Yeah.
Batman is.
Yeah.
Shut
Batman
up.
Speaks God's words, it believes in the truth, which is the Bible. It doesn't really believe in any other religions, believes that
His wife
God
also has cancer.
Yes, which is caused by him apparently. But rumors aside, truth. Mr. Batman is the hero we don't deserve, but the hero we need.
He fucked that up so hard.
Yeah. Well, you know, it sounds like communist propaganda. Okay.
Oh god.
Alright, Drongo, stop, please. Stop ear raping the mic before I murder you.
Alright, what's...
Alright, so, Mr. Batman, yeah. Alright, so this guy is genuinely so fucking retardedly funny. Like, genuinely, we just kind of spammed his server for the fun of it. I literally just posted a very dark meme about him and tagged every single person inside the server. Got kicked straight away.
Scissors, why don't you explain what this dark meme was?
Oh god.
Why don't you explain how good this meme was?
Yeah. It was just a little minor meme which everyone in the community loved so much that we were removed.
Alright, so basically, when this dark meme arrived onto the lovely channel which he has on Discord, what I put into right, so what I put into this meme, I can't stop laughing.
Just before it says it was a beautiful meme.
Alright, so
Should be recorded in history.
So he put up this picture of he photoshopped his face onto Batman ripping off a suit, wearing the bat suit underneath, like the moron thing that he did. And he put like, "I speak God's word" or something like that. What was it that he said?
Let me check.
Hang on. When was this?
It was the picture of Mr. Batman like opening the suit with Batman's suit underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What did he say? Let me just.
I've got your meme here, so.
Oh, let me read this image. I believe he stated that, quote unquote, "My wife has cancer, but I'll fill your child's arse with a new tumor."
Why did you say arse in Irish?
Arse.
It's because I am.
We have problem. Yeah, fine, yeah. We have problem.
McGregor, calm down.
Fuck off. So yeah, I put up that meme, edited the picture which he did, which was a whole like child.
I don't see why you had a problem with it, to be honest.
No, it was a very nice, calming meme. It was just.
Well, I guess when you speak God's words, you have to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
Like giving your wife cancer.
And then fucking a child's arse with a new tumour.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the tough decisions, but you're walking God's plan. What cunt is blowing down their mic?
I'm sorry. Check ship.
Oh god.
Can't wait for this.
This kid.
I'm not even gonna look at that. So, anything else to say about Mr. Batman?
Yeah. He represents a disgusting society of people. You know, he's the idea.
Wait. Go into that because like, you can't just say that like a claim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to actually explain it.
What I mean by that is, I mean what he does to people. I don't have a problem with Christians, apologists, or communists. You're free for your opinion, but you can't manipulate people by saying, I speak God's will, therefore, because you are Christian, you are obligated to listen to me. And because they are apologists, we have a right to make them become one of us. He doesn't believe in apologists. He believes that he must teach them to become Christians. I've spoken to the guy before, and I asked him what your ideology is. He said, I don't have an ideology. I just speak the truth, and you have to listen to it. I mean, I'm not saying it's egotistical, but you know, it's a bit
He's
warm.
egotistical.
When you say something like "you have to listen to me," like you sound like a cunt.
Yes, but because he's 70 something, he is quite, you know, he's seen society, and that's what came out of him, and his soon to be deadbeat wife. But you know, yeah.
Holy shit!
But yeah, he's a very fucked up man, basically.
Dan Schmeider. No.
Do we have any quotes from his personal Facebook?
Stop. Actually, I've got some images. Would you like to see some images?
I mean, can they see them?
I don't know.
Scissors,
But
can they see them?
you will not like these images. I'm telling you now.
Yeah?
Oh, we can quote the images.
Yeah, you can
That's what
quote
you
him as
know.
much as you want.
He likes to Photoshop himself on Batman for some reason.
Because he's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
5-year-old who
yeah.
cries at anything which is anything to do with his wife.
I mean, he's kind of killed like my love for Batman. Just
Yeah.
seeing his face, because you know he does look like a paedophile.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if
Yes.
anyone saw him, they'd be like, "Yeah, that's definitely pedo."
Although I wouldn't exactly, you know, I don't like. Sure, that makes sense. He looks like a pedo, but at the end of the day, it is sort of like a two-sided thing. 'Cause a lot of people.
Fool anyone?
I mean, like, what I mean is, they look like pedos, but some of them are like upstanding members of society. Mr. Batman is not, however.
Yeah,
It's like
Mr. Batman is yeah.
I don't hate him. I just think that you don't have, just because you're part of a religion doesn't give you the right to act as though you're God's messenger. I mean, I've been outside of church and it literally says you cannot speak to the Father without me being Jesus, right? But you're trying to put on sort of like I am the messenger. And I speak
Well,
God. He never says Jesus, he just says God.
Scissors, could you what is your opinion on that?
Well, I
Do
believe...
you agree with him?
I don't agree with any kind of religion, to be honest. The thing is about religion is that they preach peace and stuff like that when you want, like, their kind of peace is you have to follow us or you die and then you get peace. And it's just absolutely freaking retarded when you look into it. It's way down this game's annoying.
That does make
thing
sense.
is, religion it's not consensual in the modern age. I was not given a choice for religion. It was forced upon me, and because my family was forced upon them, they preach it for me. It's not something I would have a choice in. And
Oh.
I mean, leaving it's not physically possible without consequences, which I do not desire. We'll just keep that
Okay,
PG-13.
that's fair enough.
I
But
will.
do you yourself believe in like your faith?
No,
You don't believe in it?
I believe in the ideology that the only reason people look towards religion is because they want someone to believe in, that who they believe. And when you preach,
Yeah.
when you preach about because you can preach about all these upstanding politicians, but when you preach about the perfect being, an all-powerful man who's created everything, that sounds like the perfect person to
I like
lead
that.
the new world.
I like that theory as well. I'm with you on that. I think that the only reason people want really like religion is because of what they say in like the Bible or stuff about how good like heaven is or something like that.
However, I
they
fully
say
respect their
It's
opinion.
because they're scared of having an end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't want an end. They want
It's-
something like
it's
heaven where
kind
you
of-
live forever in this
Yeah.
Kind of
paradise.
funny though. Like my uncle is very, very religious. He says to me that the death in this life is is like the best gift given to you, and he says that life is a test. And I spoke to one of the boys, a man like Blair, and he told me that he would consider it was quite an
Blur's dead,
quote
man. Blur's
unquote
dead.
edgy quote. He said that he would consider God to be one sadistic fuck for testing us in this hell of a life. He believes in there's many. It's very contradictory when contemplating religion with life because we have things like population crises. Yeah, some of us believe in the idea of why should we give birth to people in this hell of a world. Yet you have these superficial things like population crisis, money, cars, clothes, shit like that. And it's like, I'm good, my G.
Oh,
But I mean, everyone wants it. I'm not going to judge them.
do you think like religion's like almost like dying and becoming obsolete because of like science?
Yeah, it
Sort of,
is.
but
Yeah, it
Then
is.
again,
Because science has really proved what religion can't.
the problem is
Because
that-
you have to believe religion. Science
yeah.
like gives you evidence of these
Yeah.
beliefs.
Well,
Science,
the
in
one
my
thing
opinion, is
I've
better.
always said is like when you talk to them, is one thing they always say is, oh yeah, I have a Bible to I have a Bible to prove what I say is right,
Well,
and it's like
The
if a
Bible
Bible,
is
yeah,
written by
but-
man.
but if the Bible proves that God is real, then that means that the Spider-Man comics prove that there is a man webbing himself around, and the Narnia freaking book means I can sprint into my wardrobe, headbutt it, and all of a sudden I end up in a snowy land where there's a lion as a king and a witch trying to kill me.
You know, I like that analogy. That was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just have this feeling like in like maybe like a few hundred years or something, there'll be like probably a few religions like left.
But I think those religions would resort to extremist views and actions. Like we're already seeing that. Like
Yeah.
religions are trying to spread as much as they can, same as science. They are trying to adapt.
Well, religion technically are losing to science and the like believers.
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's
So
starting.
they're like,
It's
I feel
scary.
like they would. Yeah,
I
it's
could
scaring them, so they want.
I could do some
Well-
examples, but let's say Christianity is one of the what I would say better religions than the ones we have because it has become modernized
Nah,
compared
mate,
to something like
Pastafarian.
Islam.
Nah, mate, Pastafarian. They genuinely believe in a giant spaghetti meatball in the sky.
I
God damn it!
Now that is the
But what
perfect
the
religion.
I mean, fairies are like the My Little Pony fan club, and that shit is top tech, you know. Like, if you don't dress up as Rainbow Dash and fist your mate up the arse, mate, you aren't kidding. You gotta dress up as Rainbow Dash and fist your mate up the arse.
Yeah, if you
sounds
don't,
like
you're
fun.
a pussy.
That
And
sounds
by
like
the
a
way,
that sounds like my average
that's-
weekend.
don't search up My Little Pony fan club and delve too deep into it. I saw this 4-year-old man. Oh fuck me.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Blobby, I sent you an invite to a game.
Yeah, I have to do a solo battle because I'm noob.
Ah shit, I'm gonna have to wait for you to finish. Don't worry, I'm a noob as well. But yeah, go on, carry on. What were you saying?
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
I,
saying
I agree with the thing that religion will die down, but I don't think they're gonna go down without a fight. And they are insinuating that.
do you think there will be a time where religion is just gone, doesn't exist?
I
Yeah,
fucking
I,
hope so.
I think.
You just got I hope so.
Yeah.
I think we will have a suffer, and what I mean by that is they're trying to they're forcing us to do things like, for example, we live in Islam coming to the UK, trying to spread. What I believe is that if you want to believe in a religion, more than happy to. Yeah, I won't criticize you, and I have no right to.
But if you
But you also-
Are you
enforce
sure
it,
about that?
The thing is, they don't have the right to come over and promote it in countries where their religion's not well. Yeah.
What
Uh,
What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that.
For example, Islam is trying to enforce Sharia law in this country,
Okay.
and that is a very extremist views, extremist society. And if we had that, this country would essentially be a Pakistan with a lot more power. But we're never having that. Because we are multicultural, we will never accept that.
yeah. But the thing is that I'm perfectly happy with people having religion, but if you try to enforce it on people, then just stop. Now,
But
now the
sad
thing
thing
is, yeah. But now the thing is that nowadays, people who are trying to get other people to follow the religion have given up, simply for the fact, or have given up trying to do nice ways. So now they're trying to instill fear onto people, just so that they actually follow the religion. They'll be like, "You follow our religion, or you're going to hell. You follow our religion, or we'll beat the shit out of you.
And
You
they
follow our
describe hell in
religion."
like this
Yeah.
very
Something you
specific
don't
way,
want, basically.
like as a punishment.
Yeah. Honestly, if you think about it, the devil will be pretty happy with it, and he'd be like, "Yeah, come on down, we'll play some guitar, have some fun, and there's a bitch over there who wants to shag you. Go at it."
The sad thing is, it's gotten to the point where I don't believe we should allow as much multiculturalism as we do, because different people of different religions come over to this country, and they've already created problems just by wanting to uphold their faith in this country. Like, sure, you don't like your country, but that's entirely your fault. And what I mean with that is, we have 7 mega mosques in this country, right? Or well,
7.
in Luton or something, with 12 more on the way, and those could be used for affordable housing or something to provide to the entire community, right? So it would benefit all the cultures. And I don't believe that minorities should complain about housing when most of them are legally migrate to this country because they are not happy with what they have in their old country, and then they complain because they don't get a massive mosque when they can already house their religion. A lot of Muslims, westernized, definitely don't pray a day. Speaking for me as fact.
But your family doesn't pray like every day.
No. You can preach about it, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think if you break one sin, you're immediately not part of religion, because it's not that simple. But you can't preach it if you're unwilling to uphold it. And I don't preach it because I don't believe it.
Pardon me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like,
Anything else?
I don't know. So, because British values are like old Christian values, but Christians, like churches, aren't exactly held in such high regard or shit anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So religion is clearly dying, despite the ideologies still having a big effect on us, because our values are essentially based off theirs. So it will have an everlasting effect, but yeah, I think it's going to die out. And when it does, I don't know what we're doing after that.
Scissors will be very happy when it does.
Oh,
Scientology,
yeah.
anyone?
I can get started on the politicians after that. And then the economy.
Although it will make, I think the word extremism the meaning of it will change after we lose religion.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, I'm curious to see what happens, but I ain't living that long, so whatever.
Well, that's the thing. When it does happen, when religion dies out, they won't be able to use. What do you call it? Oh, come on, brain, work. They won't be able to use religion to like instill racism on people.
No, that's true.
Which will be very good, because you can't sit there and be like, oh yeah, they're gonna like instill their religion on us. Now you need to stop them, and it's like, hey, you can't do that anymore, mate. There's no religion.
You know, racism, it's kind of weird now. It's very contradictory now. Like, in the past, if you say certain things, most of the time, the only context they held back then was for the sole purpose of insulting someone due to their race.
Well, I have a question for both of you.
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know the cursed N word?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What do you think? Like, if you say it like when it ends in like A, do you think that's not racist? But the slur is racist.
The slur is racist. If you use it in a slur way, it is racist. But if you're using it in a way such as talking to a friend, saying like my N-word, then it's fine. It's like my friend, he's gay, yeah? He calls me a faggot, I call him a faggot, you know? It's not race, it's not, I'm not going against his, like, choice
Ideology.
his choice in, what is it?
Preference, his sexual preference.
Yeah. I'm not going against his sexual preferences. We're not being homophobic to each other because he's gay and bisexual. We're calling each other faggots as a laugh. And I think in that kind of way, it's fine if you're doing it as a joke or you're talking to each other as a friend. If it's a slur,
it's like what Drongo said about racist jokes.
yeah.
The thing is, though, you said, what do I think about the ending with A and then ending with ER, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, the general public aren't informed about this because they're raised to believe you just say anything like the N-word. And because this country doesn't accept racism, despite over half our sort of inhabitants doing it, participating in it, they say if you say the N-word, it's just bad. It doesn't matter if it's A or ER, just don't say it. We're not so perfect that we're not going to use comedy or different contexts. I believe it's always a context. I don't really care about the ER, because if I do the ER in terms of comedy, unless if they have a problem with it, they can speak civilized, right? It's like a westernized country. We're better than quote unquote the filthy monkeys from Africa. And that sounds really
quote unquote, for fuck's sake. Oh shit, my charger fell out. Fuck.
Quote unquote, the monkeys from Africa.
That is a new one. That is a new one. I like it.
The thing is, right, the way I learned of the N-word was from black people constantly using it in their music videos. And obviously that's a different context, that's fine. But when you learn about it once, you can just start learning the different meanings and shit. But you know how Kendrick Lamar got angry? I use angry, but I'm not sure how he felt about it. But he wasn't exactly happy when a white girl said the N-word on his concert thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Kendrick Lamar, nor do I listen to his music. So if you like him,
well, I mean, music is really for everyone. I don't think you should have got mad at her because the words in his songs have like the N-word in it.
Like when you're a content creator and you refuse to take responsibility for a racial slur being in your thing, and you expect the public to just suck up and be like, "Oh, my song's got the N-word in it, so let me call this white lady up and make her recite it without telling her not to say it." Because obviously, because I'm black, I have the right to use it in my song. Because she's white, she doesn't have the right to say it in my song.
Yeah.
When this country is taught, or most countries are just taught not to say it at all. There's like no law, no right saying that content creators or specifically black people have the right to say it. I've heard black people say that they claim the right to thingy. I don't have the right to go out and call people terrorists, fellow people terrorists, because I'm a Muslim. Like, that's not how it works. Sure, Muslim is an ideology and black's a race, but also almost everyone in Pakistan is a Muslim. It's essentially their culture at this point.
Okay.
Hashtag dab.
Alright, so I don't know how we got from Mr. Batman to racism.
Yeah, this got really heated.
The fact that his suit was black. I probably would, yeah.
Alright, should we move on to the next topic?
But I just want to say, like, when this is a random thing I hear, but you know when one day, if you choose to have grandkids...
sorry guys, I'll be right back.
Scissors.
Yeah?
You know what you should do? If you ever have grandkids and they get into Fortnite, you know what you should do?
Boom.
You should go upstairs and play Tomb Raider with your wife.
Hey.
I've got a dirty meme here of it. Dirty meme.
Guys.
If I found out my kid was going to be playing, if I found out my kid was going to be playing Fortnite, I'd play Tomb Raider with a coat hanger.
God damn it.
Alright,
so what are we talking about then?
Alright, so let's go to the next topic then.
Which is...
Oh yeah, so we need to kind of explain who we are and stuff like that. So like political views, what we do for like a living, what we enjoy, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? If we're gonna be doing this a lot, the people kind of need to know who we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, there's no one. There's like 2 people watching right now, and one of them's me, I think. So.
The other one is me.
Alright, so it's just us. But this is gonna be going up on YouTube anyway, so you know.
Yeah.
We're
gonna get those views. Probably not.
Yeah, we won't. Hey, you never know. People might enjoy people being cocks on stream. By the way, you still need to. Right, have you finished your solo battle?
Yeah, I invited you like ages ago.
Oh shit, did you?
Yeah,
Oh
I
shit, you
invited
did. Fuck's sake.
Let me invite you again.
Alright, I've just accepted the invite. Alright, so Drongo, I'll let you go first because your max is shittest, so we can get that over and done with.
What are we talking about?
Your girl looks like she's into some BDSM. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Edgy episode.
I know. I just found the funniest one I could find. It just looked so fucking gay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Alright, Drongo, explain who you are.
I am a member of the lovely terrorist organization known as. Like, can I say this on stream?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Alright, he's full on bullshitting you there because he literally just.
I am bullshitting. I am a lovely British Muslim. I have integrated with society. I am westernized. I don't enforce Sharia law. Hashtag Tommy Robinson is the greatest. EDL. That is what we need. The English Defence League.
God damn it.
Stop, Drongo.
No.
How about the edgy kid explain himself more?
No. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, we'll get back to Drongo. We'll get back to Drongo soon.
God.
He's
We'll
so
be
bad
right
with
back
this.
right after these messages.
Alright, so me, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna sound even more edgy, Jesus Christ. When I explain what I do and shit, it's gonna sound even more edgy, Jesus. Alright, so, I'm obviously I'm nicknamed Scissors, that's why they call me Scissors.
Pure edge.
Shut the fuck up.
Just pure edge.
Alright, the reason behind that nickname, I've had it since high school. I can use scissors like a butterfly knife, and that's because I have no life and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. And, so yeah, political views, I am like extreme anarchist. I want all political, economical, and religious kind of things to just fuck off and die. That kind of stuff. What I do, I work in I'm gonna sound like the most giant, edgy hipster in this fucking podcast, Jesus.
That's what we're here for. We're here for the edge.
Sweet. So, I work in a e-cig shop.
Of course you do.
And,
Of course you do.
I also work in a little Japanese store called Kenji. And so yeah, that's what I do, and apart from that, I pretty much just sit here having no life on my computer and play video games and also like make music. Bringing punk back, baby.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's me.
My next.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're next.
Okay.
So the spastic is next. Go on.
Ah, yes, I am Mr. Blobby. Now, the name is actually quite ironic because I'm probably the most anorexic kid you'll ever meet. But these cucks decided to call me Mr. Blobby.
Can we have a face reveal?
No, we can't.
Not a chance, boy. What are you talking about? My political views, I don't really have any. Like, I don't really give a shit. You know, I just like to masturbate because I have no life. That's pretty much my hobbies. I definitely want to end my own existence because of Drongo.
Right.
Well, because of me.
Mainly because of Drongo, because he touched me and
You know it felt good, baby.
it didn't. But that's me.
Hey.
Are we going back to Drongo now?
Oh
To
god,
explain
no! Why
thoroughly.
do we have to go back to Drongo?
Well, he didn't really say much. I mean, I But you know, my life is pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna go well into detail. Well, guess what, guys? My zodiac sign is Cancer, and what a fucking coincidence for my granddad, eh?
How did this get into your zodiac sign? What the fuck?
I don't believe in that shit. But
What's going on? I'm so confused.
I was doing a meme there. It was,
Okay, enough about us. Let's just go on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we upload
we
this to YouTube, they're going to
Good
be bored.
and bad feminism.
Yeah, we've given up on Drongo because he's like the Sheldon Cooper of actually he's like the whole fucking show. He's like the whole fucking Big Bang Theory of our group. He is that shit.
That is a dank beat.
Alright,
Okay, so feminism then.
just straight up, just feminism.
Oh yeah, well, okay, so who's going to start the conversation?
Oh god, let's make sure Drongo doesn't start it because we don't want to like cry. Actually, yeah, let's have Drongo start.
Okay, Drongo.
Okay.
Give us a brief description of what feminism is.
Well, when when your IQ levels and your intelligence is just so fucking low that you genuinely believe the gender pay gap actually exists, start to people cult known as feminism, and let's just say like you're not getting the smash the fash, you're not getting the pudding, or you don't want none of that because feminism has become an extremist sort of cult.
So if you're a feminist, your pussy is as dry as a Sahara Desert.
Exactly. And the reason I talk about the gender pay gap is because it's
not
so...
real.
The thing is, it may, but you can never measure it. It's so hard. Because,
I mean, to measure it, you have to go through every single job.
And the worst part is those jobs and the hours they work, including overtime and corruption, is so hard to measure. It's physically impossible for a pay gap to be measured. You can't brag about it like it's a thing. No one's going to be willing to put the time into that, even for half the country. But I mean, the entire planet, no way. Because it essentially represents the females, and you know, I may sound like a sexist boy, but there's only one thing females are good for.
Oh god, no! Don't do it!
No,
don't do it! Don't you fucking just quiet, quiet.
There's only one thing they're good for, all right? You understand? And that one thing is contributing to society with their body.
We were so close. We were so close.
You're gonna have to cut that out.
I can't. I can't be asked.
For fuck's sake. Okay, Scissors, what is your views on feminism?
Feminism when it first started was understandable, but now at this point in time, it's gone way too far. Sorry, 1 second.
What do you mean by way too far?
Like, now it's come to the point where it's no longer actually to do with... It's no longer actually to do with helping people. Like, helping men and women be equal. Now it's come to the point where it's actually mainly focused on women being better than men. And it's absolutely fucking insane.
So you think that the reason feminism exists is to like give women like
more power.
More power than men, even we don't have more power.
Yeah, the sad thing is, I don't understand the concept of feminism when it's statistically shown that many women are able to get away with certain crimes due to stereotypical ideologies.
I mean, I don't really understand English feminism or feminists because they say like in England that men and women are like not equal, but then they forget people like the Queen, who is female.
I find something funny. Feminists say that. I mean, the one thing they could say is that men look at women sexually. The funny thing is, the women do the same. The only difference is that men typically do it more publicly and are more open about it.
Actually, no. Women do it more publicly. I can tell you that for a fact because the amount of times I've been but the amount of times I've been walking through the street and all of a sudden I'll just get some fucker proper trying to jump down my throat. It's unbelievable.
Have you been to like a what do they
That's
call
it.
it, a hen night?
Oh no.
Oh no, don't get me started on that shit.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's the glory hole bringer. I'm sorry. Typo right there. Basically, women say that men look at them sexually, and I will change the quote a bit based on this. They do the same thing. They just refuse to accept it. Feminists refuse to accept it. Alright? And it's like bringing half the argument and trying to make a full statement. You can't. It's just bullshit. It's like fake news. You can't expect it to be 100% bought, and it's not.
Fake news,
And,
fake news.
and feminists are quite extreme. They will resort to violence. You know, like there's various videos on the internet where someone who believes in the idea of feminism, will get assaulted just because he's a man. Yeah, you know, he could identify as an attack helicopter or a man.
Okay, enough with that, like, attack helicopter. There are only two genders.
What do you
There
mean?
are only there are only
There's
two
only
genders.
there's only two biological genders. None of this, like, what is it called? Whatever the shit is.
Seven, actually, seven.
No, there's only two genders. There's curtain poles and attack helicopters.
Now, for fuck's sake. I totally agree.
No, the thing I do believe is when you actually do look into it, there is the furthest I will go is say that there is three, because obviously there is the middle ground where there was a mishap in the birthing process where they have both a dick and a vagina.
Oh god.
Yeah, but that's a defect.
Yeah.
That's not a birth of a new gender. That's just like, you know,
Yeah.
you
Hermaphrodite.
can't really classify that as a new gender.
No, but you get what I mean. That's the furthest I will go with it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to it, when you actually look at it, most of these people who actually say half of this stuff and say women deserve this and this and this deserve more than men because they have this and this, and basically saying they have all this stuff wrong with them, and it's like most of these people who say this kind of stuff have been very entitled throughout their life, so because of this they expect everything to be given to them.
I mean, if you want an understanding of like the feminism now, just look at the Women's Rights March. That was a clusterfuck. Like, literally, there were kids running around with like pussies on their heads and like all this fucking weird shit. Like, what were did you read like some of the signs they were carrying?
Yep.
Well, they went next level.
Look, you know my favourite thing about these social justice warriors, because it's not just feminists, it's social justice warriors in general. You know my favourite thing about them?
What's that, mate?
Right, it's the fact that throughout all of this,
Yeah.
throughout all of this, oh, what is it? They spent millions on a giant fucking. They spent tons of money on a giant baby Trump and a massive parade about it, when there are genuinely so many starving fucking people and homeless people in London, and they're like, nah, let's make a giant baby Trump balloon and fucking storm through the city. Like, I don't really enjoy Trump. I don't like Trump, but come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they waste all this money, but there are like people who have it worse than them because they are, as you said, entitled. They've been entitled their entire lives.
Yeah, and they use that entitlement to their advantage. They're like, yeah, because I'm entitled, I deserve everything given to me. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't deserve anything to be given to you. You just deserve to actually grow up and get a life. Do what everyone else does.
Oh god, what are you laughing at, Rongo?
I don't know if you're ready for this.
Alright,
God.
shall we get have
we
we had Drongo's view on feminism yet?
a little bit of it, but it was more of Drongo's spazzy shit. But go on, Drongo, do it.
Hang on. What am I doing?
You just said, are you ready for this?
What, my meme? Yes, and shitposting.
Oh god, I can't look into shitposting because my phone's loaded up for thingy.
It's
Oh god, I'm gonna kill you.
Mitchell, just give it a go.
No, I can't, no doubt.
Oh, you are both disgusting.
Okay.
Absolutely horrendous.
Says Drongo, who looks like who looks like Doctor Dolittle.
I mean, I'll go and say that he looks like just a blob of fat.
I'm sorry.
I swear down if I swear down if I told him to suck my dick just for a bag of crisps, he'd probably do it.
Probably.
Dude, hang on. Ligma. What's Ligma? Ligma balls. Homie. Sucking that dick. I've seen that one. The Patrick Ligma meme.
Yes,
Okay.
I've seen
Do
it.
you think it's time to move on, lad?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
time
time
to
to move
move on because Drongo's just been a spastic.
Okay. What's next? Political stances.
Oh yeah, political
Oh.
stances.
Oh no.
Oh,
Alright. Let's
Right.
start with Scissors first because he has the most knowledge on this.
Yes.
alright, so
And he probably has the most interesting.
alright, so as nutty as it sounds, my political stance is like extreme anarchist. Now, as most people would probably think, that sounds like I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck the system, and then burn everything, but that's completely the opposite of what it actually is. Now, the reason why I am an extreme anarchist is because when you look into it, the whole idea of it is that everyone works together without people telling you what to do, without politicians forcing your every move. And when you live in an anarchistic society, instead of having to give money for things, everyone helps each other out equally, and no one has more power than the other person. Everyone just works together. And that is why I want an anarchistic...
Like equality.
Yes, except you don't have the spastics running around saying the curtain poles.
Okay.
Yeah. But are you willing to accept all and any people and just give them the assumption that they are equal to all?
As long as they... It's like the whole idea is, if you give something to help, then you'll get something. And that's the whole idea of it. If you help out, they'll help you. That's...
Right, I understand that, right? A few religions quote that, but we don't live in that sort of society.
Yes, but I want that kind of society. That's why I am an extreme anarchist, because I want that kind of society.
How would you
There's actually
go?
there's actually a lawless society in America called Slab City, where it's actually probably one of the happiest fucking it's actually one of the happiest places in America, and it's got no laws, which is weird. And it's crazy. But what's actually really fucking funny about it is this lawless society, they've worked out that if this little like area had the laws which America had, there would be practically no crime, because all of these people just work together to help each other.
Yeah.
They don't like want anything off at each other. They just... So let's say there's a guy who enjoys cooking, he just cooks for everyone. If there's a guy who enjoys agriculture, he just gets the food for everyone. If a guy who enjoys building, he builds. It's that kind of thing. And it's brilliant. When you actually look into it, it works. And if it did actually finally sit properly, it'd be a brilliant society.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Drongo.
Oh god. You have to be serious, Drongo. Don't be a cock.
I mean,
Don't be a fucking retard.
I could, yeah. Lawless political stances, right? Fuck me. Put my views on it, but it's like, because I'm not very educated on it, I can't really.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Thing, or
It don't
I'll
matter
try.
if you're not educated. It's just whatever you think.
No. In terms of laws, because I don't know much about anarchism, I wouldn't guarantee a lawless state, but I don't deny the possibility of it being, a great boon for society. But I say that there are many laws we could rework, right? But the same goes for like almost every country in existence or any area with laws.
We're on
Right?
about
If
your
laws
political
is reworked-
stances altogether, dude.
I mean, fucking
I sent you an invite, by the way, Blobby.
Yep.
I got my ass kicked by Blobby. Woo.
Oh, that's quite close, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think I've still sort of identified what I would regard as my political stance.
It can just be middle.
It can be what?
It can just be middle, you know. You're not far left, you're not far right, you're not anarchistic, you're not...
Oh, are we talking about like left and right wings in the sense? Then?
It's like your... pardon me. Your political views as a whole.
Okay. That's great. I got some lefty views on me. I think we should ban from any country or state any and all people who preach religion ever.
Why do you think that, though?
Because I can respect people having their religion, but the idea of essentially, and trespassing is the word I will use because that's what the majority of them do, is I don't think you have the right to illegally trespass and enter a country and then preach views which people are not forced to listen to. Right? Bury Park, right, it's essentially populated with Muslims. Muslims claim no right over that area, but white people and black people will not enter that area because Muslims essentially illegally claim that area as their own and have done so in terms of marketing and everything. That's just one example of how illegal immigration can force people to change and can cause problems. We have housing problems in Luton because of all these mosques, and we have tensions because of all this preaching of religion and how it's wrong to not follow. And when you're multicultural, it's essentially the bigger religion wins, but because Christianity is not amazingly strong and aggressive in this country, Islam is coming out on top, but it's so extreme that no one likes it. It's just getting the most attention.
Okay.
It's getting the most attention, but it doesn't mean that it's the most followed.
Oh yeah, it's not really winning. It's just it's being known the most. It's becoming the most aware.
I swear down,
because
Blobby,
it's
you're a cock.
because it's not the most just. It's if it was modernized, I'd probably have a different view, like the Bible. But that depends on how where they go with it. People try and change it. They call the people imams. They are essentially people who have analyzed Islam, right? And they see the problem with it and they want to change it, but because Muslims are so essentially stuck up and focused on, they take pride in their Quran never being changed. They take pride in their ideologies being the same, because they believe Prophet Muhammad was the perfect person and you should aspire to be him. Now, we've all heard the term Prophet Muhammad's a pedophile. Now, you could make the argument that back then he wasn't a pedophile, right? But the thing is, Muslims believe that Prophet Muhammad bypasses the changes in time, meaning he will always be the perfect being no matter what laws you have in the future. So you know how Prophet Muhammad had sex with Aisha? Yeah. People believe that even in this time, he is the perfect being if he was alive today. If he did that today, he is the perfect person. That's what Muslims believe.
So people are retarded.
Yes. Now, I don't call it retarded because obviously that would just lead to a lot of hate and aggression, especially amongst myself.
Yeah, it also kind of offends retards.
He's not the perfect person. They are retards, though. Like, come on. You're lacking if you believe picking up a child is okay in 2018, like especially in the UK.
Are you sure about that?
You can't illegally migrate to our country and say Prophet Muhammad touched up a girl, but it's okay because he's the perfect person.
He is the perfect being.
What are you on about? I'm a perfect being. Have you seen me? Jesus.
This
I'm
would
fit
give out
as
a lot of
fuck.
hate. This would give out so much hate, right? But essentially, Muslims defend pedophilia in a sense because of this. They literally defend pedophilia.
Okay.
And I can like pull out sources as well as video evidence of this. They,
Ooh.
they literally accept pedophilia because Prophet Muhammad bypasses the laws of time. And by laws, I mean the like laws we have here.
What is he,
and
fucking
future.
God? Is he a fucking
Technically-
God to your people?
Yes, technically. Yeah.
Fucking hell. He
He's-
bypasses the laws of time.
He's basically God's messenger. So he's not a human being in terms of law or whatever, but
God's messenger.
So a
God's
non-human
messenger. The one
being.
that touched a kid.
So I am.
Yeah.
So I can fuck a kid if I say that I am a non-human being and I can bypass time.
the funny thing is they
Sweet
can't.
loopholes.
It's such a loophole.
The Muslims can preach. They can say, "Oh, Prophet Muhammad did it, so we have the right to do it, but we choose not to." It's not that you choose not to, because some of your people have done it, and guess where they are now? Behind
In
bars.
prison.
That's where they fucking belong to.
Prophet,
Right, if you're
Prophet
gonna-
Muhammad did. Prophet Muhammad. Prophet. If I could speak, that'd be great.
It's
Don't mind
almost
me.
as
Don't mind
bad
me. The
as-
retardation of this conversation has just kind of like entered my brain and just melted my brain cells.
This extremist view sort of reminds me of a certain law in America. I forgot, it's like the trans something law, but I'm gonna leave that out for now. But this is essentially an extremist view, and they're just backing it by saying it was one of God's children. He's a perfect being.
You're
He's
fun.
not the perfect being.
Now scissors, get fucking wrecked,
I
kid.
fucking hate you. Oh my god, I didn't even get a single bit of damage on you. This is not fair.
Get fucking wrecked, kid.
You know something? It gave me tons of monsters, which were really useful, but no mana.
No land, bitch.
No land, literally 2 pieces of land.
Lol, Blobby, is it your turn?
My turn to what? Explain my political view.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty basic. I'm a middle ground person. I don't really believe in a political view.
Ew, basic bitch.
I am a
Sent you
basic
another
bitch.
invite, by the way.
I mean, I kind of swing towards Scissors' view more.
Fuck yeah. Bring this one to my side.
I will admit though, I played, but it does. He did bring up some very good points about his views and standpoint on this. So that's mainly where I'd say I'd fit in.
Wait, whose views do you agree with? Sorry, I was checking the memes.
Scissors.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Mainly,
I don't know,
mainly because
I-
Drongo's a retard.
Fuck.
I wouldn't trust him to walk my fucking dog.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
He'd probably try and eat it.
That's right.
He's not fucking Chinese.
Oh, you just look at it and be like, oh god, that looks like a tasty burger.
Hang on.
Drongo is
Yeah,
not a
Mr.
burger. Yes, it is.
Mr. Batman isn't shitposting.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I am Mr. Batman.
I am Mr. Batman. I needed to at least do that at least one time.
Okay, so are we moving on now?
I guess. Is everyone finished with their reviews and stuff?
Oh, the good one's next. The good one is next.
Oh god. Which? Oh yeah.
Theresa May.
Oh god.
I don't mind when I go. I've got, great position.
Come on, boys. Who wants to go first?
Drongo, do you want to go first?
I would just go on then. Alright, so Theresa May essentially represents the good Britain has left, right? We've had dark times, but Theresa May represents we can go somewhere, we have hope.
Stop, Drongo, just be truthful.
Excuse me, sir? Is that a truth claim?
Is that true?
Is that a truth claim, sir?
Is that a truth claim?
Okay, so continue. Drongo?
Yeah. I just believe that the more time Theresa May has in the House of Parliament sucking Jeremy Corbyn's cock, the more chances we have as a society. Yeah, that's about it. Have fun.
Okay.
Alright, tell us the truth, Drongo. I know you've got a lot worse. I know you've got a lot better idea than just that. Come on.
I know nothing of Theresa May. Like
Wow.
yeah. So before you start giving me truth claims, I'm lacking the Theresa May regard.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so that's
We've
why I
proven
don't.
that Drongo is actually mentally deficient. He doesn't have a single working brain cell.
Okay.
So who's next?
It's your turn. Blobby.
Okay, Theresa May. Now, I would knock the legs off Theresa May so hard.
Hang on, that's
Bangable
not.
out of 10. Literally, she would get it so hard.
Hang on, you can't say I don't have like a brain cell and then proceed to say you rape Prime Minister of England.
Did you say rape? I
No
can't
one
say
would.
Mate, he'd use his onion ring hula hooping body to pull that bitch.
To be honest, Theresa May would go for it.
Don't worry, whenever she plays
Yeah.
her, she looks like she's in the middle of sneak mod.
Jesus. But yeah, I don't really know much about her because I couldn't give a
Oh,
single fuck.
oh wow.
I'd just like to put in that Theresa May is my waifu material.
Oh,
And if you mess with the waifu, you get the knifeu.
shut up. I'm actually gonna go. Do that.
And that's about it, kids.
Oh god.
So, Scissors, are you next?
Oh god. Alright, I would love to go frolicking through some wheat fields with her.
Same, bro. Same, bro.
You
Oh,
are
fucking
dangerous.
hell.
Dangerous boy. This is.
Alright, so yeah, Theresa May. What can I say about Theresa May?
I mean, what can you say about it? There's so many redeeming qualities about her.
What you mean? How she's got the freshest pussy on the block?
Of course.
Right, so what can I say about Theresa May? She's committed treason. She has literally stole money from the
Whoa.
people. Look into it.
Treason.
In theory,
Treason.
she's actually committed treason.
No. I'm just saying, explain that. Cause, I don't think me and Drongo know about that.
I don't know the full details per se, but if you actually have a look into it, there's a lot behind it. But here's a fun thing for you. There was quite a lot of money, and I don't mean like a few thousand, few 100,000. I mean more than 1 million, more than 10 million kind of amounts. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, which was left over, waiting to go to something useful. Now, what would you give millions of pounds to help the UK?
I would give it to the homeless and the poor.
That's understandable, reasonable stuff. Yeah. What about you, Drongo? What would you give your money to if you had millions and you had to give it to something to helpful?
He'd probably get penis extensions. I mean, he's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
brain cells.
I've already done that. You know, thank you, little one, because I've already got penis extension pills. So
That doesn't surprise me. Okay, alright.
Alright, go on. Give us an actual answer.
yeah. Now, what's the question? If I had a bunch of money, what I would give it to?
Yeah, if you had so there was at least more than 10 million left over, ready to be given to the people of England in any way possible. What would you give that to?
One of the things I would primarily give it to would be probably housing, because we do have a housing crisis, and the council's houses are quite literally incapable of housing citizens in a safe way. I mean, what I mean by that, you need to physically see the house that they've built and understand how shit certain councils of the states in England are. And we do have a housing crisis, and they've done nothing about it except for help the minorities. And I'm not just talking about religion here, but in general. They just help minorities, but they don't do housing crisis, like, ever. And when they do, it's a backwater attempt. Stupid shits.
Alright, so both reasonable places, both things which you both want to help out. That's understandable, yeah? So where would you say where would you think the money went?
10 million?
If more than 10 million. Way more than 10 million.
KFC in Waterman?
So do you actually want to know where it's all? Do you actually want to know where it all went? It's right. So here's a fun story for you. There was a charity thing where this charity was funding the Tories. Every penny went into this charity, which funded specifically Tory members.
Shit, I remember now. Oh God. Yeah,
Millions. Almost.
Hang on.
It was almost $1 billion.
So she almost let £1 billion leave the. She did let almost £1 billion leave the UK for a tourist charity.
For a
when
Tory.
she could have provided
Yeah.
a Tory charity when she could have provided for the community. And that is why Theresa May is going to lead us into the next generation of poverty. We're ready. We've started the first path, and now we're just going through with it.
I mean, I would still knock your legs off her.
Yes. You
But
knocked
yeah.
them so hard that you couldn't grab the 10 million.
But yeah,
That
imagine that amount. But yeah, that amount of money, and think about how much it would help. And then she gave it to her friends, practically.
I'm sorry. Can you
Scissors.
Yeah.
Get destroyed.
please
You just lost again, boy.
hang on?
Oh,
Mitchell,
fuck off. Why? I am so bad at this game.
Nico Bellic reigns victorious.
Right,
Mitchell, can you
let's have
check,
another one. I am going
what's
to
the-
win one of these. I need to win one.
Okay, so are we done on Theresa May? Because I have severe depression.
hmm The next
Wait.
one's really good. The next
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
Scissors likes this one.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Alright, so since he loves it so much, Scissors, you start us off. What are we going to be talking about now?
Twitch thoughts. Yeah.
Alright, one sec. Let me just get up the... please don't tell me you've put something bad in here while I was unlocking. Alright, one sec. So, the next... Alright. Oh, this one's fun. Alright, so... Who wants to talk about this first? So I'm going to explain what it is. Which one of you would want to benefit in this random conversation, which I'm about to bring up first?
Blobby. Wanna hit her out?
Yeah, sure, I'll go for it.
All right, so
let
Blobby,
have a go.
what? I'm gonna get kicked off Twitch for this. Jesus. All right, Blobby, what is your thought on the fact that Twitch mainly benefits females and doesn't benefit males?
I mean, that's quite true, actually. Because, you know, you
So
have all
what's-
these... Well, what was it? Last year you had all the reign of booby streamers that would get all those fucking donations.
And then
But I do think Twitch benefits more.
there was
female.
I remember there was the girl who twerked for each donation.
What, Zoe Berger?
Yeah, she twerked for each donation.
Yeah,
What a fat.
lol, did you see her nudes?
No, I wish.
Wait.
She
No,
had
you
a
don't.
good. She had.
No,
she
you
had.
don't.
She had a
Hang
good
on.
butt.
No, you don't.
What do you mean you wish? It's public information. If you just type it up on Google, it's there.
Shit, I should have.
Yeah, if you do it
Alright, so-
now, it's still there.
I don't even know. I
Yeah,
don't even
but-
know what her name is.
I'll
Yeah,
find
but-
it for you.
I feel like last year Twitch was in a really bad place because loads of these... I won't... Oh, it was mainly females. I won't say males didn't do it, but it was easier to do it if you were quote-unquote female.
Yeah.
But you would essentially show your body, and then rack in those amazing donations. Because you would notice, like, these low-viewed channels would have a donation bar.
Yeah.
And over, like, maybe the next week, they would have, like, millions watching.
Oh,
and you would
that
think,
is.
hang on, why are, like, millions of people going to these channels? Then you would watch an hour of their stream.
Hang on. I'm going next. I got something disgusting. Oh my god. Just continue, please.
Right.
Let's go.
It's like if I sat here with my camera on, my shirt off, showing off my six pack and everything like that, and just being like, yeah, you know, just streaming, just doing it for the fun, just playing the games. Donate so you can see more, motherfuckers. Yeah, it's great. You know.
I mean, didn't Zoe Vega literally say in all of her streams, yeah, if you donate, I'll twerk for all of you?
Oh, it gets worse. She's
Donate
done
for
worse.
each twerk.
Well, she had a friend who did it as well. Like, they would sit on Call of Duty and they would play like shit. Like,
Yeah, do you know what
my
else? Zoe
retarded
Vega
cousin
has
could play better than them.
done? Do you know what she did on stream? Oh, okay, I'm just gonna say it. So I was searching up about Zoe Vega, and I was like, oh, what's she done? And there was a Pornhub link. I'm like, why is there a Pornhub link? She's masturbated on stream, and it's on Pornhub.
That was probably not on Twitch. That was
Jesus
probably
Christ.
on one of those camera sites.
That's really
Yeah.
bad. That's really bad. Send me the link. That's really bad.
It's on Twitch, by the way. It's on Twitch, by the way.
It's actually on Twitch. What the hell?
Now, I don't know. It's obviously probably not still on Twitch, but the point is, after looking at that and seeing various cases, right? I think it's very sexist. Like, I'm not saying that men should be allowed to show their penises or something, but don't just give women that right. You know, if you're gonna allow thoughts on stream just so you make money, I mean, there's better ways to make money. Let people make good content. Make good content. The response videos are better than this.
I mean, yeah, I do agree. But there were a load of thoughts.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's so disgusting.
It is
Who the
absolutely.
hell
grim.
just typed in chat?
Wait, what? Wait, what? What's...
Did someone type in chat?
Yeah, someone typed in chat.
Which one?
DCMs MS.
And is that in the general chat?
No, in the Twitch chat.
Wait, what? I
Someone
can't
typed
see
in
it.
Twitch.
I can't see it.
Oh, I can. It says 10 mil pounds are nothing. Something like 15p every Brit. 15p to every Brit.
What about immigrants? Because they don't provide for 5 years at least. And we have what? Maybe over 1 million of those?
I think my
Oh,
phone's
oh.
glitched out because it's not showing anything.
It's right there. Like, literally, I'm straight at it.
To be fair, I can understand 50 million per Brit, but that's probably paid in taxes, and immigrants can't pay taxes for 5 years until they get documentation, which
Right.
takes at least 5 years.
Whoever said 10 mil nothing, it's 15p per Brit. It wasn't exactly 10. It wasn't exactly 10 mil. I just basing it off what I remember, because it was good amount, and it was way more than 10 million. And it shouldn't have been given to Tories. It could have been given to nurses. It could have been given to many people.
Yeah, like the NHS.
Strictly giving it to Brits would be a stupid idea, because that's just stupid. But
Okay.
10 million could actually house a lot of houses for the homeless.
Scissors,
Yo.
check your DMs. I'm never doing that again. That is disgusting.
Doing what?
It's on your DMs for Discord. You wanted a link.
Okay, so before we got off topic, we were talking about Twitch and how they mainly benefit females. At least last year they did.
To be fair, I think it's still going on this year.
I mean, well, you don't really see many of them anymore. Like, what was the main girl? Like, Pink Sparkles was her name?
I don't know.
She was the most retarded thing you will ever see in your life.
Hang on.
Literally. She was about Drongo level of smart.
I'm going to hurt you.
Like, I don't think she actually had like 2 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah, mate. I know you got extra chromosomes. Fuck yourself.
And there was that one girl, I think it was on Twitch this year. She's like, I don't get depression. I think people with depression are like selfish.
Oh god.
What?
You know,
She was pretty retarded.
I've only ever met one person who physically, who I can actually link that quote to. But I mean, it's not everyone.
Why did you have to, like, make it so that I can't fucking fight with him and you're a cunt? Why would you?
Me.
Yeah.
I can't
He's
fight
like-
with anyone either. Cockhead.
Yeah. I've got someone on the battlefield, fuck you.
Well, you're probably gonna win this one.
He says while he's got 20 health and I have 14.
Well, people can make insane comebacks, you know. I'm not the best Magic player, God.
This is pretty much my first game at this, you know that, right?
It's mine as well.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How the
I've
shit?
I've never played Magic in my life.
Damn, son.
Why can't I fucking attack with him? Literally, you can tell it's a little, like, my first time. That's what she said.
You can
Okay,
tell it's
so-
my first time, baby.
Okay, so Scissors, your thoughtful explanation on Twitch. Female streamers
Female streamers. You
as a
see,
whole.
now the thing is, as many people will end up finding out the more I stream, my kind of humour is a very niche, dark humour. Now the thing is, a lot of my jokes will come out as very dark, it'll end up in a lot of things, and even though I have warned people that they are very dark, Twitch will still get on my ass about it, and I need to warn, I need to literally kind of, each time I make these jokes, I need to tell Twitch that I am not actually being this dark without any warning. I warn people, I put in my stream 18 plus, I make sure people know all this kind of stuff, and everything like that, like you do
But
with
some
streaming.
people are dumb cunts.
Yes. So
And Nico.
I get in trouble a lot on stream, even though I warn everyone. Now here's the difference. A lot of the let's just call them twats. A lot of the twats on stream will sorry, I'm just reading shit.
Was this on your stream or like other people's stream?
The first 2 streams I did, I got in a lot of trouble. So that was because I made a lot of dark jokes, and I warned people 18 plus. I made sure it's a mature rated stream by ticking the boxes and all the stuff that they gave me. And they still almost banned that stream, and they deleted that video straight away. Now, these girls go specifically against these stream rules. They go against everything to do with streaming and get away with it all.
I mean, wasn't there a girl that showed her fanny on the stream and
Yep.
like got away with it?
Yep, all of these girls get away with a lot of stuff like this, while I make a few dark jokes and don't get away with it. Now,
Well,
the
it's because of like the mindset nowadays that words hurt people. Do you believe that words hurt people?
No.
I don't believe that words can hurt anyone.
I don't, but I don't think that stops people with low self-esteem from creating a rant for no reason. Yeah, yes, exactly. Great example. But yeah, I think people can abuse that sort of term very easily. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the thing,
But I can't talk. I'm very rude to people. That's what I mean.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
rude to people,
we-
but if
We
you
make jokes. We don't make like.
Yeah.
there's no malicious intent behind like the jokes we make. We just make them because they're funny.
Yeah, except for
Yeah.
Michael. But yeah. Hang on. Okay,
Like,
I thought
I'm sure Scissors and Drongo actually like.
I thought Mr. Batman was playing Magic Duels, but it's Blobby. I actually
I
was
am Mr. Batman.
You're
I was gonna
welcome,
shoot
Drongo.
myself and say that. I
But
teach
yeah.
apologetics. It's so weird.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like, it makes no sense that I can get in trouble for basically supplying a humour which a lot of people have, while a girl can sit there and post, and a girl can sit there, show her fanny to underage streamers as well, like underage viewers, and get away with it. It's absolutely retarded. By the way, I have just whooped your motherfucking ass.
You fucking have as well, you bastard.
How
But,
is the game, by the way?
GG, kid.
Yeah. But yeah,
Is it-
so
Oh.
these girls, they can show
Drongo, your
Stop.
mic is fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, I'm
Cunt.
gonna genuinely beat the shit out of you one day, mate. But
Have fun.
but yeah, it's like they're showing them to hundreds of underage viewers sexual content and nudity, which is specifically not allowed.
Yeah.
While I can't
yeah,
make
by
a
the way,
dark
guys,
joke.
I've got to go off and my brother's gonna fist me in his ass.
Alright,
I'm really
so-
excited. But,
John
I'll
goes.
be on like messages and shit if you want to ask me a topic.
Alright, well, we'll end the stream soon
I just
anyway.
said that on stream.
We're gonna end this stream in a minute anyway.
You lot have fun, by the way. Black apologies are absolutely eben, baby. Sound like communist propaganda, okay.
I just leave, you cuck.
Yes, rather than doing that, just leave. Drongo,
so,
Drongo.
Let's get like a finishing like quote from you about whatever you were gonna say.
So yeah, when it comes down to it, you shouldn't be allowed to show. These girls shouldn't be allowed to show sexual content to underage children and stuff like that, with no repercussion, and get paid millions, or get paid tons of money. I don't know why I said millions, because obviously they're not going to get paid millions. It's streaming. It's not fucking.
Not to be honest, they do get paid like, you know, their paycheck must be huge.
Yeah, their pay wage is fucking huge when they're showing underage children nudity and sexual content, while I sit here, say one dark joke, and almost straight away get banned from stream and have to freaking get it all sorted out straight away.
Yeah.
And it's nonsensical, it is stupid, and I believe it should stop. It happens on YouTube as well, actually.
And do you believe that like Twitch and like YouTube are trying to like promote this almost SJW feel to them? Like,
Yeah,
you can't say any of these dark jokes, you can't do anything like that because it will offend someone. Because it would offend any, like, well, not anyone. It would offend like at least someone, and they don't want that. They want their site to be like PG, something like that.
yeah. That's because the new fad nowadays is offended, blog, offended, shout on Twitter, and it's like, no, just stop, grow up. People can say hurtful things. At least you're not dead.
Well, to be honest, they choose to be offended by these things. They don't have to be.
Yeah, I mean,
They
I'm
could knock it on the head and like go off. Like, they don't have to involve themselves in this situation, but they choose to get offended.
Yeah. Here's the best way to explain it. I'm going to sit here and take the complete piss out of myself and everything about me. And I'll tell you something. I love every single thing about it. I am a guy who dresses like a goth, who is a full-on punk, who believes society should be destroyed, dresses like a scruff, looks like an absolute psychopath who's about to shoot up a school. He's ginger, He he has a weirdly shaped body. I'm serious. Like my shoulders are massive, but then I have a very skinny waist, and it makes no fucking sense. I have weirdly massive clown feet, giant hands. I always forget to cut my nails. I need to shave. I have a friggin' Guy Fawkes beard. I just took the piss out of a lot of things out of myself. Oh yeah, I'm also greedy when it comes to sex because think about it. I like guys, I like girls. I am a very greedy man. Yes. So there you go. I've just took the piss out of almost everything about me. Yeah? Do you wanna know something? I fucking love it.
I mean, that's the type of humour that I feel like needs to be like, adopted as like normal humour, because I don't like it when someone's like a pussy with humour. Like you say, like as you said, a dark joke, and then they go, "Oh no, you can't say that. That's offensive to this person or that person or this religion." It
Yeah.
isn't. It's not. Like I think in any case they're just easily offended,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't be, because it's not like a big thing to be offended by.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like this. I get offended by people who drink straight black coffee with no sugar, literally just coffee beans and water. But you ain't gonna see me walk down the street marching, banning straight black coffee. Are ya?
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
'Cause them people are genuinely like psychopaths. Whoever drinks straight black coffee, they're psychopaths.
But you'll
shit's
never
just-
like walk down the street with a sign saying like straight black coffee should be banned,
Yeah.
because that is what we call in a normal like human world an opinion.
Yeah.
But in these people's worlds, like you have to follow this, otherwise you are just wrong in every way. You're a sexist. You're a homophobe. You're what's the word? Transphobic. Whatever the fuck that means.
Misogynistic.
Yeah, or you're misogynist. You don't believe in equal rights. Like,
I
all
actually
this stupid shit.
got called transphobic because I believe that people can't call themselves a fucking helicopter.
I mean, you can't like. I think like when it comes to trans people, I think you have to look the part to be a true like. If you want to be a boy or a girl, you have to look like a boy or a girl. None of this half-ass stuff.
Yeah, none of this gender fluid, non-binary, all that kind of stuff.
No,
Because
because
the
there really
thing
is two genders. There's
Yeah,
two biological genders,
yeah,
male and
because
female.
when you think about it, gender fluid, you can say gender's a spectrum and all that kind of stuff, but gender fluid doesn't really make much sense because you can't just suddenly wake up in the morning and be like, I'm a girl now, and then expect everyone on the streets to know that you're a girl on that day. And then wake up the next day and be like, I'm a boy now, and all of a sudden make sure that everyone knows straight away
I mean,
that you've
I'm sorry.
changed.
Like, if your family like accept you as gender fluid and you change like your gender like randomly, how the hell are they gonna know that you're changing your gender that day?
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
granted, you can say that you're changing your clothes, but I know a lot of girls who dress like guys and a lot of guys who dress like girls and still call themselves what their body parts are.
I just feel like people need to look the part if they're gonna say what they are. Like, sure, if you want to be an attack helicopter, look like a fucking attack helicopter. Get some
You're gonna-
propellers on your
yeah.
ass, mate.
Yep, you're gonna have a difficult time in your life, but you're gonna have to do it if you want to look the fucking part. Yeah, it's nonsensical. I say we'll leave that one for the next stream. I say we leave that for next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah,
What's
leave
been
that for
happening every
next
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah, I say we get it happening every Wednesday because it's quite a fun topic. This
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed this actually.
And this will be uploaded to YouTube.
Yep, the YouTubes.
Alright, so that's the end of the stream then.
That was Political Pissants, and I have been your host, Sisters, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I've been your fat feminist blobby.
And
Drongo
Drongo is
Drong-
at a last brain cell, which is slowly surviving, but is gonna end very soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye, guys.